So the blog section, whereas the journal is blue, well, right now the homepage is that color, but the blog section is actually branded. Um, each of the pieces is branded with this red. And when you want to lay out a blog, we're going to go to the dashboard, and then we're going to go to posts. And instead of hitting one of these things with 34 or like a number in front of it, you're just going to look for the ones that say, have like just a title, and it'll be like the author's name, and the author is often discussing or sharing or they're doing something. And you're going to hit duplicate on that, right? And this is going to be an article for the that's not associated with one of the fellows. And so this is we're duplicating one that was done by one of the HBHR fellows, and all of their work is a blog, but we have a few people who are not fellows who have submitted blogs. So we're going to do the same thing that we did before, same process. Forget it, get rid of the duplicate. We're going to say new author, you know, it's their first and last name, discusses, you know, their blog, right? We're going to fix up the blog the same way that we did the article. So one of the things that we're going to want to do is make sure that the author's last name is here. Here's all, this one has a lot of like tags that the author has added, but note that we still have HBHR, we have Harvard Public Health Review, you know, just all the elements that make sure that it, search engine optimization pointing at us. This is not HBHR fellows, make sure that's taken out, and anything to do with the other author. It's also imperative that the phrase fellow post is on here for now. We're also going to want to, I take that back. Let's remove fellow post, and we're going to have blog post put on here because it's not a fellow. Okay, so you'll note that sometimes some of these will have like hashtags in front of the tag, from the keywords. That's not necessary, but it doesn't hurt anything to have it. You're going to do the same thing we did last time. You're going to make sure that the categories that are not being used are not selected. This is not part of the fellows. So we're just going to make sure that's not selected. We have our title. This is Elemental or full width. We're going to make sure it's published, and you're going to hit update. There we go. That's our blog. So we're going to come over here. We're going to go straight to edit. Same exact process as last time, making sure that this looks good. This is oftentimes, this is like just kind of a set way we often do it. So first and last name discusses blog title. Amazing. We're going to go down to this slug. You see that the slug is the entire name of the article. We do not want that. That's not going to. So we want to do blog. Sorry for that. blog, author name, and that's it. Then you're going to want to make sure that uncategorized is not selected. That is not a category. You'll see here for this that there is no author name for this person. So you're going to want to create a category for this author. We don't publish a lot of blogs by other people who are not fellows, so this is a special situation. So you're going to want to create, just put their first and last name in, so first and last. I'm not going to save this because that's bizarre. And you're then going to want to place it underneath the category blogs. And see right at the top, if this is the parent category for that weird name amalgamation we put in. And so blogs, first and last name. Here we have our tags again, just checking, making sure that blog post is selected so that it will appear on the blogs page. Then we're going to change our featured image. So let's take that out and let's just pretend that for some reason this article is also about cats. And we'll just pretend that's our one here. It's not about cats, it's about good health. And at your full width, ready to go. Then we're going to go over to editor, edit with Elementor, very similar to doing an article. We see here, since this is, we are working with the fellows template, you'll notice that the this is the name of their blog. This is the fellow's name, and then this is their picture. So starting over here, we're going to make this Elementor full width. I'm going to check and make sure that the title's okay. It's all looking good. Then we can just get rid of this title. It's not the title of the blog. In this case, I think what we're going to do for blogs that are written by other people who are not part of the fellowship program is we're just going to put the title of their blog here, and then we're going to put their name, and then you can repeat the title of the blog here, and then you can start adding in the content for the blog. Blogs tend to not have a lot of, their citations often will be URLs that are in the document itself. They also may be more stylistically laid out, whereas the journal is very tried and true. You'll see here we've done a drop cap. You can take that off, leave that in. The layout is very similar. The dividers often are just plain black. One thing that we are going to want to change is either update this to the social media icons for the blogger who has submitted this article, or we need to remove it altogether. To update it, you're going to do this. You're going to come over here, you're going to click on the Facebook icon, and then you're going to update it based on what the information they provided. You just click on there. You'll see here, there's a specific order to these. So to check and make sure that it's the same, come and scroll down and look the way the order has been done underneath HBHR in the footer. So let's say the author who has submitted this blog has a TikTok. The TikTok is going to go after LinkedIn in this case, because they don't have a YouTube channel. To add it, you're going to come here, you're going to click add item, and it's going to default to WordPress. Now we don't want to use WordPress. We're going to click on icon library, and you're going to click on all icons because TikTok is not a recommended icon. You're just going to type in here tick, and it's going to show right up. You're going to click insert. You're going to add the link for their TikTok right here. And there you go. It's right there. If for some reason they actually have SoundCloud, you can add that as well. Go over here. Add the link, and it's ready to go. I don't really recommend doing any custom colors or anything for these icons. Let's just use the official colors associated with them, and we're all good to go. Make sure everything is the way it should be. You may actually have video and SoundCloud files associated with your blogs. To handle that, we're going to do this. You're going to come up here to the phone pad. Let's say you have a YouTube video. You're going to type in premium video. It's going to show right here. You're going to grab the premium video box and you're going to drag it into your section. It's going to show like this. Over here, you're going to be bringing it in from YouTube, most likely. I highly recommend YouTube. We don't do a lot with Vimeo. Vimeo is more used by like recording artists and the like. We have a YouTube channel, so you're going to want to add that video to YouTube. Just upload it. There are credentials in the working document that will allow you to log into our YouTube channel. And you're going to add it into our channel and get the link and add it here. The author may already have added this to their YouTube channel and provide you with the link. Then you can add that link here. The link has to be from a publicly available video or it will not display. So let's get that. I'm already logged into our account. I can go to our library. We're going to grab the humor scientist here. We'll come over and we're going to render it in. I like to show the player controls because it indicates that it's a video. One thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to upload an image or it's going to stay this weird placeholder image. So come in, grab choose image. Let's say, let's pretend that for whatever reason, this is your image. You're going to change the image title the same way that we've changed them every single time so far. And then here's your image with the the little play icon here. You can change the play icon, but generally I wouldn't do that. Sometimes people add the play text. I don't really work with that too much, but that is an option. You can write play video or put the title here. That'll show. And then you can change how that displays. I obviously would suggest doing it like this so that it shows up. So there is a lot more leeway in the design and layout of blogs as opposed to regular articles. The other type of element that you may run across is a podcast, and those are going to probably be SoundCloud files. If it's not on SoundCloud already, you just take the MP3 file or even the video file if it's a podcast and place it on SoundCloud. To add a SoundCloud element onto the page, you just come over here, go up to the little phone pad, and then type SoundCloud. And you're ready to go. Now you're going to have to like customize this a little bit. You can maybe leave the like button or the download button, but you're not going to want to keep the comments or the play counts or the username. That's not going to look very good. Same thing with YouTube. You're going to want to go to SoundCloud, and we have a SoundCloud account. If someone sends you that, you're going to want to upload it to our account. You're going to want to go to that particular file. We have a couple of things already here. Just click on it. Or actually, you can just hit share here. You can see that here's the link. I'm going to grab that link. And then we're going to go back to our layout. Right now, it defaults to this little John Coltrane. And once you replace the URL, you can see that it's our video. One of the nice things is that it already does a visual. You can also opt to have it laid out as a visual player. And then that'll make the image rather large on the back end. You can see that these are our options that we've allowed to be there from over here, the like button, the download, and the share button. I think in this case, it looks a little nicer without the visual player. So you have a pretty robust looking blog here with images, text, and video and podcast. That's an amazing blog. And then when you're ready to go, you're just going to hit update. And I think this is an interesting opportunity. We're going to go back to our blogs. Now, one thing we're going to see is that the blog that we just laid out is not going to render on this page. And that's because we have not changed the query. You generally aren't going to be doing much with this, but I just want to show it to you so folks can see what this looks like and what's happening. These little images and these articles are not really laid out on this page. Rather, this is something called, this is a premium blog tool. And I added this by going here, typing in the word blog, and adding the tool on the back end. You'll see that the things that we just laid out are already popping up. I did this by selecting 4 columns because we want 4 columns to show across. You can see suddenly it starts looking more normal. I then set the query. So for this particular blog on this page, we're not going to want to match categories. We're going to want to match tags. I'm going to do the tag blog post. So you can see that this was laid out as blog post. We have that tag there. And then we're going to put fellow post so that we have these blogs by both our regular authors as well as our fellows. They're all showing on the back end. There are other ways to do queries. We're just not doing them. These are organized by date and we have it descending. We're then going to go into feature image. We're going to keep it full. However, you can see that these are uneven in size, and to make that render more normally, we're going to want to hit 168. You can see that this image is a little wonky. The reason for that is I could see on the back end, this is a very vertical image, and that's something to look out for. Images that are more horizontal like these work a little better. I would just be working with the author to get this image to be the way they want. But normally we leave it at full or large, and then make this 168, and that creates the sizing that we see here. We then go down to, and also leave this as cover. If you do fill or contain, it starts going crazy, so don't do that. For display options, if you take out any spacing between the columns, they come together. And you'll see if you go to the fellows page as well as the editors page, we leave that at 0 because it just looks a little nicer. I've been doing column spacing at 5 to 10, which gives a little definition between each of our pieces. And row spacing is just 5. Leave this at H2 and then go down to post options. We're not going to leave this as dots. We're going to want to go to link. And you're going to get that read more, which is kind of fun. Then you're going to fix up the metadata. We're not going to want to keep the author. That the author does not refer to the author of the piece. It refers to the person who laid out the article, and no one's going to be searching for, I want to see the one Circe laid out. That's weird. We're going to leave the date. We're going to take out the categories, and we're going to take out comments. We do not do comments or pingbacks on the website because, that's how you get trolls. We're going to come down to advanced settings. We're going to leave that the same. We're not going to do anything with carousel or anything. That's for the home page, and right now, I'm the only person really doing anything with that. So this looks pretty good, except for this beautiful photo that was cut off. And you'll see that there's a difference. We don't have any background color on these pieces, but we do here. So how do we get rid of that? We're going to go to style. We're going to get rid of the color by starting with the box. And you'll see that we just come here, we go to new global color, and suddenly it's going away. And then you come to content box and you hit background color. If you click here, you'll see that there is that's the hex code for this weird gray color. Come over, grab that, and then you have the nice clean look that we're going for. So that's that. So here, if we want to pull in that this blog by a non-fellow that we just laid out, we're going to go to query and we're going to add blog post. And there it is, ready to go. For now, I'm going to take this out because we're not, that blog is not ready for prime time. But, that's kind of everything you need to know about doing those particular blog posts. I'm going to exit out of this page because I don't want to make those changes. But, thank you for watching that. Stop and share. So, well, thank you for listening to all that.